I'm Zena-Selassie. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. But look along the poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. One day he started chanting, give me some land. Want get some land. Wanna build my own house, be my own man. Then give me some land. Want get some land. I wanna raise some little baby with a pretty black woman. Dirty Babylon. Them want to stop the movement. Stop the family, them bring down unemployment. Them want the black woman become a single parent. No daddy can about if Babylon not pay your rent. Without the Vatican servants start the enslavement. Buckingham get rich off of this slave shipment. Uncle Sam no want no reparation argument. Them just provide opportunities for prison sentence. Who profits from a whole community's imprisonment? This a big man up at top account him dollars and cents.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. And left himself first rightful ruler. Hey yo, yeah, hear them high, hear the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion we come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at it. Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chazmach Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now, I am the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network and welcome to the Lion Voice Show, Lion Talk Live. This is our platform where we have live guests who come and talk about various issues for today. I want to, before we bring forward our guests, just take the time to big up our elder Zena-Selassie. You saw her at the beginning saying the time has come for the lionesses to tell our own story. We're going to have her on the platform talking about her new book, Africa on the Move. So I'm asking the Lion Pride, go to Amazon, support the elder, buy Africa on the Move. It's a book that details her journey to South Africa, to the 6th Diaspora Conference, and also the 60th anniversary of the OAU.
This is one of our precious elders, Naya Bingi Matriarch, in her 80s. So support the elder, buy the book. Again, we're going to have her on Lion Talk to read some poetry, talk about her tradition. We have some big interviews in the pipeline. We also have to big up the sponsors, CMAS. Big up yourself, CMAS. Drink. We have to big up Ramia King Design. Big up yourself. We are so elated. Tonight's topic, family, we are going into the technology. You see Rastafari increasingly on the online spaces. Some people are burn it out. Some people are say, yes, it's that. I have the perfect guest tonight to talk about this topic. High-level reasoning, we're going to bring forth some high-level reasoning about the role of technology. If you're a parent right now, you know your children a bare screen time. Right now, you don't even have to beat a youth. You just take with them device. May I tell you the truth, that is the reality. You know, beating is out of style. Beating don't work again. You take the device, is the biggest impact you can have. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk to someone who is coming from a tech background in terms of building a technology company that is out there on the front line, who has built the largest Rastafari platform in history in the online space. Over 90,000 on Patreon. We'll hear about the website traffic. It's beyond measure. I shouldn't say that because we have analytics time. Let me calm myself down right now because I get excited, people. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Sister Fanai. Welcome to the Lion Voice, Sister Fanai.
Salam, beloveds. Greetings. Look, I'm going and pasting. Yes, I'm still in tech and putting this on Facebook for you so that we can collaborate. The motto is collaboration over competition.
We love it.
All right. Welcome.
It.
Give thanks for having beautiful Rastafari family worldwide. And I'm just so excited about tonight. And the topic is just up my alley. So whatever I can do, I'm excited at whatever I can do to help and forward on the nation and carry on the teachings and the vision of our esteemed Kedamawi Haile Selassie I and Wazira Empress Menen, and live the life and work it, not just talk it and be remote control Rastafari.
No.
Posting. We post, but we also have the work and the sweat of our brow to prove it.
This episode is called AKA Proof of Concept. I'm gonna keep coming forward to that concept because the eye is a proof of concept to something that we're going to talk about. But before we jump this up, we can't go forward without how we do it on Lion Talk Live. We need to know, who is Sister Fanai? Where were you born? Your upbringing? What led you to Rastafari? Because we don't want to just be talking heads. We want the people to know there's a journey to this Rastafari life. There are stories upon stories that make up the fabric of the Rastafari family. So please tell us, who is Sister Fanai?
Sister Fanai is just I am who I am, a child of the great Most High, a servant of Kedamawi Haile Selassie I and Empress Menen, a defender of the faith of the Tewahedo faith. I'm 5th-generation Tewahedo. My father.
And family, Sister Fanai is talking to us from a farm in southern Florida. So that's what I'm talking about. Even though she's a technology person, she's actually out in the farm. So forgive the connection. We were so perfect until we went live. She's coming forward. But we're going to go deep into a topic that is so serious, family, tonight. And I'm going to need your questions in the chat. If you have not subscribed to the platform, please subscribe and join us on this journey. We are 1,700 strong as of today. We passed 1,700 mark. We have passed 14,000 unique viewers in the last 28 days. We're over 20,000 views in the last 28 days. The family is growing. The Lion Pride is expanding. This is a movement and we are so humbled by the participation. I want to big up and Cozy, one of our commenters, frequent commenters. The Bridget has been going through the past comment section and making comments and disagree. And let me just be clear to everyone: the lion pride is not a yes man pride. You know, lions, when the lions them join, there's going to be disagreement. As long as we keep it respectful, we love that, because we have to sharpen, you know, make sure you come with the right argument, bring your research, bring whatever your sources, your talking points, whatever they are. But we want to have that type of robust interaction here at the Lion Voice Network, so that we can continue to build and to share. My vision for the Lion Pride is a collective that makes an impact out there. I'm involved in several works, so I want to make sure we cultivate the family in a way that we can have an impact out there. And this is part of it. We're bringing people from the front line of Rastafari to the family, so that we can talk directly to the family from the front line about these topics that, you know, traditionally Rastafari, we haven't touched them. We're going to get forward to the relationship topics too. Man and woman vibration is very necessary. We're allowing Sister Fanai, if you've just joined us, we're allowing Sister Fanai to come forward. She's on a farm. We lost a little connection, but she's trying to reconnect, so we'll pull her up as soon as the connection's secure. But until then, we're going to talk about the digital revolution and Rastafari. We have a vision of Rastafari that historically has been the man in the hills, you know what I mean, the farmer, ganja planter. In the modern time, that shifted to the artists and the entertainment. However, you know, some people would think that anything technological is Babylon and Rastafari is to nature. And one of the things that we now, as a generation that come and seek his face, we want to seek that balance. And that's the conversation tonight. What is the balance? Because never before could I be here in my region and connect with a global audience. The Lion Pride is global now. That's never been in the history of mankind, where we have access to these tools. So that's through technology. Yet still, again, I mentioned, I was joking earlier, but we see our youths them taken up into the same technology, you know, in screens, taking up their time. And, you know, as parents, we're very concerned because we see the programming, because most of the youths them, particularly in Generation Z, they acting the same. You can see the TikTok memes going around and the reels of parents imitating their children, and you see things that your own children do in these things. So we know the programming in Babylon is strong. We also know that TikTok is funded by China. All of these different countries have their own agenda. And as Rastafari, again, one of the reasons we built this platform is because we have to tell our own story. We have to form our own narrative. And that is, you know, why we have the tagline, the time has come for the lions to tell their own story. And if we think that we're going to go to the town square, sit on panel ends with a chalice, and we're going to compete with the youths them and what Babylon is doing on a technological level, then we're fooling ourselves, family. It's so critical for us to have a presence on these online spaces. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. Number one is Google. YouTube is the second largest platform. So when the youths them are searching things, when people have questions, when people have curiosity, they go to YouTube. So if we're not in these spaces, family, then we miss a huge opportunity. We also have to look at the economics of being of technology, the direct to consumer opportunities that it provides. One of the boundaries, or one of the things that used to hinder us, was distribution. I couldn't get my product to people because all of the distributions were controlled. Right now, we see that we can distribute to the people. We can get our ideas out through the use of technology. I sit in Zoom meetings with people from across the world. We're building, we're planning. So even back in the day, you used to have a situation where you might have a few people in each region doing the work. Now we're at a stage where those few people from each region can link up with the other few from that region, and now you have a mass of 50 to 100 people who are on the same vibration, the same. This was never before possible, and this is through technology. But yet still we know the importance of things like grounding, walking barefoot in nature, keeping that connection to the soil, making sure that, you commune with the sun, moon, and stars, go out at night, morning dew, work out, exercise in nature. We know the value of vitamin D. All of the studies during COVID that showed how potent vitamin D was in fighting COVID, the lack of impact that COVID had on the African continent, because of that good food, vitamin D shows us that balance of the nature, So both the nature and the technology have their place in Rastafari. We have to now strike that balance. And that is what our guest today is going to help us with, is to really see how we can strike that balance. We're having a little technological difficulties, family, so give us some time to come forward. Sister Fanai was here. She's out on a farm. So the technology, she's working on getting her technology together. As soon as the connect is stable, then we'll bring her up forward. But I want to have the conversation. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Let's have a reasoning around technology and Rastafari. What is the concept that is out there for Rastafari? Is it the ancient man? I want to go into what is Majesty, because everything we do as Rastafari, we have to use Haile Selassie as the base. Let us recall that as a young Ras, Haile Selassie was the first to introduce a lot of technological advancement into the country. The aeroplane is one of the most notable. So the art of flying, man flying through the sky, His Majesty was the first to bring that to Ethiopia. And the clergy, when he first brought it in, thought it was a satanic device, because how is man flying through the air? So he had to deal with these things. The printing press, the ancient scrolls in Ge'ez were transcribed by hand, so a translation of the Bible in Ge'ez to another Bible might take years to complete. His Majesty brought in the first modern printing press to be able to do that. So the principle of technology in Rastafari is from its very root, the modernization of the agricultural system. When His Majesty was born right after the Kefukan, you had oxen driven plows, They're plowed by oxen. That's how they broke up the soil to plant. So by the time His Majesty coming in now, he's the first to bring in tractors, modernize agriculture into Ethiopia. So the principle of technology, we have to put it in its right context in terms of where it stands. But we also cannot go into the box. Big up family. I see the family tuning in one by one, coming in. We're having a conversation tonight about technology and Rastafari. Drop your comments. We're going to have a back and forth until Sister Fanai work out her Wi-Fi. So any comments that you have, family, put them in the chat. Let us have this conversation because I vision is that technology is integral to what we are doing as Rastafari. Ones may know that I'm on the board of Habisha, helping Africa to establish schools at home and abroad. And one of the things that we have done is built a training institute for those seeking to return home to the continent called Kazi, the Kweku Ando Sustainability Institute. On that property, it's completely off of the grid. We're utilizing solar technology. So again, we're coming forward to the technology. We have biofuel digester systems as a sanitation system. So, systems that deal with human waste naturally and turn human waste into compost. These biodigester systems. We have a food forest, different things there. Blessings, Sister Merlene. Greetings, Sister Deborah. Welcome into the space. We're having a conversation tonight about technology and Rastafari. Drop your comments. Sister Fanai is trying to connect. She's having some Wi-Fi challenges. She prayerfully through the powers of the King will be with us shortly. But even if the Wi-Fi doesn't work and we have to reschedule, we want to make sure that we still have the conversation here because it's important. Technology, how does that fit into the modern Rastafari? We're talking about things like hydroelectric power. We see the Ethiopia Renaissance Dam, which has the potential to light up Africa. So we cannot put forward a face of Rastafari that's anti-technology. You know what I mean? And there are some sectors of the family that hold that kind of stance and sackcloth and barefoot. We know enough of them when we come up. We don't see them as much anymore. The times get dread. But there was a time when you had a lot of brethren who were dealing with that part, the sackcloth, and ones who know who have been treading this trad know what I'm talking about. And okay, we give thanks.
Why am I not surprised, Brother Kwasi? Why am I not surprised? And why the subject of tonight is so important for us to have our own technology, even low grade, to avoid these type of things.
Yes. No, this is what the Almighty have planned is gonna happen, So we don't even worry. I just keep talking.
Exactly.
I'm long-winded, I am the reading Ras, so we can talk. You know what I mean? But I want to hear from the eye tonight. So just take us through again the eye uprising and your journey into technology as a child up until into technology.
I was born in Walkerswood, St. Anne, Jamaica. I'm the 8th child of 2 beautiful parents, a migrant daughter who came here in 1979. And my dad started a shipping company, Transcribe Express Shippers, and we all used to help deliver barrels and take orders. But I realized he needed a order sheet. So I used my skill at the time as a youth to teach myself how to start designing dad's order pads for the company and driver pickup sheets. And that's how my love for technology started, because I realized it was making his work more efficient. And then I started doing voiceovers and commercials in Soho in New York, because I was raised up in New Jersey. And then I started doing voiceovers and I said, wow, I love this media thing. So even though I went to school at the World Trade Center to help the family business, I studied international trade and logistics. At the age of 26, I was the only person of color, the only female, and the youngest in the class of corporate white male.
What year are we talking about? Just to give some context.
96.
Yeah, because you look like a young woman, so we have to let the people know that this is from time you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna be 52 in October, You see, and I have 2 grandchildren now.
People not going to know that, so just by looking at the eyes, so you have to give them the context. Yes, so we're talking about the 90s, mid-90s.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? The mid.
Thanks for the question.
The mid-90s.
So that was about 1996 when I went to school. Yeah, and then I was raised around Abuna Yisak. He's our godfather, Abalaki Mandefro. That's his Imperial Majesty High Priest. He raised him in his own palace, and he was the emissary that was sent in 1952 to teach everyone and about the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo faith. Right? So I grew up in the midst of him, as well as other high priests and Bahatawes and priests. And it was my brother, 5 brothers, were all Ras Tafari. And I was raised in a very close-knit Rastafari Ethiopian Tewahedo community. I was a designated babysitter in the tri-state area. So sometimes all 50 youth at my mother's house when everybody gone a third world show or plan a next show. And that's my love for theater. And because every time they left the children with I used to dress them up and we perform little things. So my love for media started then. I was a designated babysitter of the whole tri-state, New York, Connecticut, Philly, New York. They know us. They call me Sim Sim. Sim Sim, I go watch all the youth them because we are going for mission. See? So that's how it started. And then with me helping to design the new media for my dad's business, I really didn't even know nothing about computer until 90 and 99, we really pick up the computer, you know.
Okay.
And then I used to have these visions that I build this huge platform, and the whole diaspora, our people were able to find each other. They were shopping online. And I used to always have these visions. And I used to always tell Abba, you know, Abuna Yisak, and he said, he prophesied over I like twice, which, you know, once when I was 14, another when I was 26. I won't say
Okay.
what it is here, you know what I'm saying? But it convict I to hold my post, even though I know it was not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was called, you know, from the womb for a certain thing, just like many of us, but I don't have to go to Timbuktu or Lalibela to know my
Yeah.
purpose.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
purpose is to utilize my talent for the greater good of all, because we are all one. So Abuna Yisak told me I must never give up. So when I had I don't know if a lot of ones knew, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church was under siege and under attack in the 90s.
Yes.
And August 9th, 1998, the NYPD came in with delegations of corrupt ones from DC and came to the church in the Bronx. That was what His Imperial Majesty used his funds to purchase a building, because he was building a cathedral in Manhattan.
Okay.
So he sent Abuna Yisak as the emissary to the West. First, he came to Trinidad and Guyana, then Jamaica, and him seal up or baptized over 5,000 Ras in one strong end, you know.
Wow.
So these are stories, and I grew up with stories that may not make the media, you know. He's the same high priest when you look at Bob Marley video, and he's the one that baptized Bob Marley, gave him the name Zena-Selassie to the
Okay.
Menfeskidu, so the Holy Spirit utterance. So he always said, you know, we supposed to expand the faith because that was the desire of His Imperial Majesty. So as
Okay.
a youth growing up and seeing men in black used to be outside of the church at the Bronx, you know. So Majesty took his money and purchased a building because he was about to buy a cathedral in
Okay.
Manhattan. But the building was like a 3-story duplex. So the priest used to come and be housed there.
Okay.
And it had elders that used to come there from the civil rights movement, from the Coptic Church of Harlem, the Harlemites and the old Garveyites, they old Ethiopian World Federation members. And they were
I'm
elders now, so they were glad that the faith would come and Majesty send a building. So they used to go and be of service to the Kes them and the priests them at the Church of Monk. It wasn't a church then, it was a building.
Yes.
But just when Majesty was getting ready to get the cathedral, them depose him.
Okay.
Could you
This
envision
sounds like
if we
a
have
documentary. This sounds like a documentary because this
Yes.
confluence of culture in Manhattan, which is the world city, you know what I mean? This is a history
Yes.
most of us don't know. I study His Majesty. I didn't know that is my Sibata building in Manhattan. You know what I mean? And these
Yeah,
are
Montgomery.
yeah, we have to look at, because His Majesty purchased properties all over. You know, there was a black print that we have to really look at. We know Jerusalem properties were purchased. We know different, you know, the Haile Selassie School, which we'll talk about. But before we get there, so you grew up as a Rastafari child then. Did you always accept the divinity of His Majesty, or how did you come to that fullness?
My dad, not like Rasta. He never did like Rasta. But in the end, he did, because he even get sealed up and get the name Zena-Selassie.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if my father lead the Coral Garden massacre. Me said the breed of beating we get. Yo, all when the priest used to call, I say, let him things. May I speak to Kinfe Michael? He no name Kinfe Michael, he name Gregory Ellsworth Rotty. I one of them father there. Real champion, but him never, you know, want nothing to do with Rasta. Then all I youth them come over be Rastafari. But I remember when they used to carry me go Ochi as a little girl, right? Every weekend we go Ochi, go bathe, go fisherman, go bathe and them something there. And I remember he saying, darling, you see that man over there with the locks? Stay far from them. They're my black heart man. Don't go near them. And me used to suck my finger, me a little girl, and me say, boy, but they look wonderfully. Me love them. Me just love Rasta, man. Me just suck my finger and look out I window. I said, me don't know what that I talk, because them your man here who me want they wrong. They used to have a man named Coco Loco, used to eat coconut and in kind of, they say mad, but me think he was a genius. And his skin used to shine because he eat a lot of coconut. I used to love the man. Then my father said, there's a madman. So my love for Rastafari as a child, no matter how my father used to tell me things about Rastafari, it grew with this with time. Now, with the Majesty purchasing the building, it would have caused a conflict in New York, especially with black, the African Renaissance community.
Okay.
Because if you really look at Ethiopians and when they go to worship, how they look with the white and the head cover up, it's
Yes.
just like you've gone in ancient of time, because Ethiopia is
Yes.
the oldest Bible, is the mother of the Beta Christian, the Beta Israel, which is the house of Israel, the house of Yehuda. They're one. So Ethiopia hold the Ark of the Covenant, the right arm of the cross. This holy thing. So could you envision if we came out in this beautiful array
Yes.
and our Ethiopian clothes and our pious way? Everybody, it would have caused the Black Christ, the Black Madonna, you know? So they had to depose himself, but he used his own funds that was left and purchased the building. Sent Abuna Yisak was there, but Abuna Yisak now had to carry the building. He's just a priest, a high priest. So let me tell you something. The elders start doing bake sales, all sort of things, but that wasn't enough. So the Rastafari jumping now. Them all moving, some of the youth, them own children in the building. And they make downstairs in the basement now the church. And guess what them do? I'll juggler. May I tell you the story nobody don't know. A reggae, no, a Xavier, reggae, and cannabis still Ethiopian Orthodox Church in the West. Because the rest of man start go a yard. When we started them start coming from yard and take off the Rasta turban, 20 pounds a weed drop out. And they send for your next priest.
Yes. This
so
is
it was, and some of them tell they pass way now.
Yes.
These are stories I see with my eyes. So they used to do anything and enough herbs. Bring in and farmer man come in for what? Hold the church, hold the faith. Cause them say them are gonna lose the building. Enough Rasta man say, that lose from Mount Vernon to Philly.
Sacramental herbs, you know, and we take a beat
herb
for this plant, which is now a multi-billion-dollar business.
Yes.
So that's another story, because we're going to talk about technology tonight. But
right,
this is a documentary, Sister Fanai, the Orthodox, the connection between
the foundation, the first church in the Western Hemisphere, the headquarters church. Was on it is still on Montgomery Avenue in the Bronx, but it wasn't meant to be a cathedral. They deposed Majesty before he was able to build a cathedral. It was the building to house all the high priests that were coming in.
Okay.
But they needed a place to worship anyway, so they consecrated the lower part of the floors and and made it into the Kiddush Selassie means Holy Trinity Church. And that's foundation. That's where I grew. That's where I get sealed up, and then name is Sege Mariam, and then the Abuna after 7 days after me get sealed up, and I get Sege Mariam, which is the flower of the Holy Mother, Dingel Mariam. I also get the name Fanai. He said, your name is a holy name. No one should just say, Sege, ball out your name on the road.
Yes.
He said, I will give you a new name, a pet name, he said, a nickname. So he gave I Fanai, which means the torch. Fanai, F-A-N-A-Y-E, which is the torch or the light.
The light, and the eye has been serving that role. The eye has gone viral several times. We're going to talk about that too. You know what I mean? The eye works, and the fire, unrelenting fire. We're going to touch all of them things, the people. So please subscribe. This is the Lion Voice Network. We have the founder, the CEO of Rastafari TV here live with us, coming from Bushland. Technology genius.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the balance. We're going to talk about so many things. So put your questions in the comments. We'll try to get to your questions if you have any questions. We want this to be interactive, family. So let us have the conversation that we need to have to move forward. So talk to I and I about, you know, you're growing up. Yes, you see the Rastafari brethren, but when does it click, and what was it that made the I say, okay, Haile Selassie are the Almighty? He's that figure that we need to follow. What made you or the I really as an adult now? Because we know as youth you might look at things in admiration, but I know the I as a research driven sister, and I know the I as very meticulous. So why Haile Selassie?
Well, let me tell you, I grew up with various Rastafari. You have Hartikal Baba Shanti, you have 12 tribe Nyabingi, you have ones that have a different view of His Imperial Majesty, and I used to witness them argue. Right? It's just like, and then I thought it was very wrong. When they start arguing, I took the children out because everyone saw His Imperial Majesty in his own way. One man said when I'm a smoke and then go down on him knee and them a chant and pray, His Majesty come and walk like a little man and walk through him and when him goes up. And next man said, I saw him sight Majesty. So it start cause war. I mean, I like the fuss and fight. So we to carry the children out of the room and thing and like that. So I grew up knowing that there is not one individual or Rastafari that see Majesty exactly the same. Because just like the love we have for the great Almighty, no one can tell you the love you have for the Most High or your mother, you know, or your father, right?
Yes.
So I do not argue or try to debate who is more Rastafari than the rest, because that's not right. Abuna Yisak never allowed us to do that either. He taught us that His Imperial Majesty was an Ivine king and had supernatural power.
Okay.
But he told us that we should look to the teachings of Yahshua HaMashiach, or Christ, to our salvation and redemption. But he also told us a lot of the supernatural power that Majesty had that he couldn't reveal to the Rastafari at the time, because they were so sensational and hype and fighting among each other that if he revealed a lot of the esoteric or hidden knowledge of Majesty, it will cause a fuss. They wouldn't be able to overstand it because they themselves can't even come together on the Ivine liberty of our beloved Majesties. I personally do not worship anyone outside of myself, because the kingdom of the Most High is within myself. I had to grow away in the bush and be rejected by my family and priests and church and husband and everybody to come to this level. Because when you follow the teachings of the Ivine Majesty, it leads you inside of yourself is the pillar of light. Inside of yourself is the Ark of the Covenant. Inside of yourself is everything. But what society like to do, I notice, when you're on earth, they did this to Buddha, the Christ, Majesty, they did it to everyone. All the high ascended masters. Whenever they're here and they're giving us the knowledge and the teachings, a lot of times they're demonized and ostracized, and people will say, oh, he's just a nut. And they'll depose him. When he's gone, now they make him into a saint, make us into a saint, even Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, and then they give us a street named in the ghetto after us.
Yes.
And even Buddha said, do not worship me, I just seek the light. Like everything that Ivine Majesty had, he taught us in his teachings that it's within us, because Tewahedo mean the oneness principle of Xavier or Kedus Amlak, walking in oneness, in perfect tranquility and union with I and I.
Fully human, fully divine. Fully human, fully divine.
We are. Yes, we are. And even Yahshua taught us the same thing. Yahshua never went to church. Yahushua never went to church.
Yes, I.
He used to go on the steps and say, where you going there for? You know it says, I live it here. The I and I can do whole heap of thing, walk on water, raise the dead. Because the last thing Yahshua said before him, I said, he said, you shall come to do greater works than I, Christ.
Works. Pick up a mountain. He said, pick up a mountain and throw it into the sea with faith.
So Ivine Majesty now was the one in a filled dispensation where we see do all them things there on a great level. But enough ones was under so much colonial rule and down pressure. Them never see the love and light and powers within themselves. So they start look to Ivine Majesty in any way they can. So I can't tell anyone who's Rastafari, who to do, how you think about Majesty, how you fit Tewahedo. I can't do that. Everyone for know for them God, for themselves.
Them journey.
And how to be a better version of yourself every day. Because my religion, honestly, I love right now.
Okay.
Even though I'm 5th generation Tewahedo, I transcend the physical building. The multiverse is my temple.
Highly.
Anywhere I walk on the earth with my little bare feet.
The barefoot what heiress? What's this?
Barefoot heiress and matriarch architect. Everywhere I go with my bare feet is our home. We're giving Mama Earth as our entire inheritance. So I have a different mindset. So most time, the Rasta may not see I. Oh, she not Rasta. She not talk like we. She not this, she not that. His Imperial Majesty and Rastafari is not a religion. It is a metaphysical, supernatural movement that transcends all time and space. But it comes to each individual in its own way and package, special for that individual to rise to the heights of consciousness. So there should be no separation, division. This I want to fight against this. And because I grew up around the high priest and I saw the change, I thought my family and the rest of them, the New York and them, was gonna be the Black Panther Rastafari and the whole choice. Yo, they was rebels. Oh my gosh, but with a cause. They love righteousness so much that they used to rebel against the system to make any priest, high priest, Batawe. They were sending money. They was letting them all come in because they were sending us priests that were working for the shadow government.
Okay.
Like Ethiopia, you know me I say? So we did have to say, yo, the man they teach you full thing. This is what? Somebody Ethiopian daughter them used to come to church and go sell with beautiful frock and them thing and we are walk. And then what Ethiopians said, what do you wear this clothing? Only maid wear those clothes. When you have we don't pay $300 or $500 for your outfit. Wow, we have our maid clothes. So the natty them start say, yo, tired of them Ethiopian them things to them white. We are go send go Ethiopia for free high press. And then the fireman I raised wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They used to tell me, baby sister, do want to Babylon 10 times what they have done today.
You see?
So some raised, you know, so.
Yes, and I don't know, I don't get that energy from Old York anymore. One time Old York used to have a massive Rastafari community. It seems like they're quiet, you know. I don't know what's going on.
I do. It's worldwide. Not even the dog that pits against the wall of Babylon. We don't follow Majesty teaching. No people say them follow it, but it's only a handful of I and I follow Majesty teaching.
True. It's very true.
And love is a verb. And it take whole heap of sacrifice and energy for love, you know.
It's an action word.
It's an action word. And we know that the heart of one's wax cold. I'm in Florida many years. And I know some rest down here. Some of them never gave I a good look, much less a kind word.
Wow.
But you know, I wouldn't eat a plate of food for them. And probably would have poison me.
Wow.
Not for talking.
That's
not for talking.
No,
yes. So that's why right now, even though I'm with technology and I started with doing the ads and stuff for the shipping company, the family shipping business.
Yes, bring it forward.
But last summer now, when I used to have the vision about the website with my bill, August 1998.
Okay.
Is that day will go down in history. The Ethiopian priest and monk dubbed that day the Day of the Martyrs.
Okay.
In New York, I was pregnant with my third child.
Wow.
5 months pregnant. NYPD come and storm the church.
Wow.
Zena-Selassie church with Majesty bill. Why? For 6 years they had us in court. After Majesty get deposed, the priest them in family and in good neighbor them turn them back on him, you hear me? And then when we were holding it together, men in black, no lie, used to follow us back to Jersey. Men in black with the glasses like you see. All right? Wow. Every day members get follow home and we used to hold it still. And when all of a sudden we get some alerts say there was a priest and then put the government of the US, France, UK appoint a next high priest in Ethiopia. The high priest can only be appointed through bloodline. Majesty high priest, Abuna Yisak, his father was his Imperial Majesty judge. Okay. And he's from the same high priest of Zadok, the high priest bloodline. That's the only way that the canons you have to appoint through bloodline. So Abuna Yisak couldn't return to Ethiopia. He was in exile and his life was threatened. So he come around us Rastafari. He could have been around the delegates with the UN and stuff. No. That's what they call him the Rasta priest. And guess where he buried? Maxfield Avenue, Kingston. Okay. You know what he prophesied? He said it's gonna come a time that we're all gonna have a massive exodus out of the West. And he said he's staying and waiting for us. Wow. He would have his funeral at the National Arena and buried at the ghetto on Maxfield Avenue with a mausoleum. You know why he said? What? He said there's gonna come a final exodus and we're gonna all leave here with shouts of singing and rejoicing. And we must exhume him and Bob Marley behind Selassie, and we must forward together.
Wow.
That's why he was buried in Jamaica. See?
Powerful, powerful. This is serious. So talk to us about the late 90s and your entry into the technology space, because you said you didn't
Yeah.
go into computers until the late 90s. So you're
The
already
late
an adult,
90s.
already out of school, already fully formed. Why technology?
Why technology? Because I had to get the word out about what was done on August 9th, 1998. The NYPD stormed the church and beat us up, beat me up barefoot pregnant, and they took the
Wow.
church from us and padlocked us out of it. They had us in court for 6 years because the US and them appointed Abuna Paulos. Look it up. That's the one that Beyonce was sitting down with her legs all crossed next to this high priest. Him and Abuna Yisak sucked from the same breast. His mother was his wet nurse and they cousins. And he turned on him because that's why they promised the US and them Ark of the Covenant for $30 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so them start fight and kill off the people that are Ethiopia now, but we never think say it was going to affect us in the Bronx until we get a lawsuit. And it said them carry go to court for tea for church, but we hold on for y'all 6 years and fight them in a court. Even the judge, he said, this case is bigger than me. One Jewish judge, this goes back to the Solomonic dynasty. Why are you in a New York court? And then nothing them and then ganja money give we liar. You hear me? Okay? So when me say is cannabis and reggae and Rastafari faithful, hold faith. And the headquarters of Majesty send, and this need to be a documentary, and then beat me up. Then beat the elder mothers, them throw me upon my belly, them bust the blood vessel in my hand. They take me to jail. When you see when I went outside, it was like Soweto. By this time, we were under siege for about 4 hours. They had snipers on the roof pointing at us. Wow. Every Rastafari group, Pan-African group heard about the Orthodox Church of Bronx under siege by the NYPD. Everybody out there with line of Judah flag, fire for Babylon. Puerto Rican, tribe of Israel, me say they want to beat up the police. I didn't even know this was going on.
Is there any footage of this that exists? This was before the
it was on CNN. It was on all that. The archives got it. But guess what? Guess what they reported?
What?
Members of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church got arrested today for trying to break into the church. We were having holy service. And I look, I start the first children choir, the first Sunday school. And because all some of the natty was doing was singing old Negro spiritual. And Abuna Yitzhak said, my militant is coming, my militant, come. Start a choir and a Sunday school and help the children. Because I do not like the song they sing. Them all are transferred, them are like the bingy still, you know, but them are transferred to like some old Negro spiritual. So guess what? Me young now, and some of the youth, them have enough talent. So we start singing an Amharic with Naya Bingy drum, mixed with like a hip hop.
Okay, nice.
She's a setup. One time Lauren Hill come and she says, sister, we gotta work together, sister. You know what I'm saying? Wow, and then and when we get locked up now, me they want to spread the word. So I said, me want to get on TV, me want to bring this out because they're saying that they're lying on us. Al Sharpton came around, said they're gonna help us, but everybody just wanted a PR opportunity. It was like a nightmare. Then we started to have to worship in Central Park. We were homeless, we were displaced. Some of us had to go to court to clear our name. And just when we're about to sue the NYPD, some big shot Jamaican man from the UK, Sue and Suave, say, I want to represent you. Y'all got a raw deal. And just when we're going to court, after months, we get a letter. Oh, conflict of interest. We cannot take your court case. He sat on he sat down on the new NYPD civil complaint board. Oh. So they planted him. So by the time we sue them now and I'll take them to court, statute of limitation run out.
Oh, wow.
So 5 times them lock me up America now for nothing. Yeah, but that's another story. Somebody want to study media and Abuna Yisaki to say, you must go to Florida and help the faith there. And he tell me say, my mind is like an eggshell. I mean, I got through too much. Get locked up, pregnant. Not to fight the case. Them make my life miserable now. Them beat up my brother. My brother them used to have restaurant and juice bar and Black Lion Roots and them thing there. And it's like we are torture our family. Police brutality. Every last one of my family get locked up, you know, except for one sister. All 7 away. Spend some time in a jail and I nothing with the bad. So instead, go to Florida, grow away, because your mind is like an eggshell, it will break. So then bless me, I'm gonna come of Florida, but me think say we're not gonna be received with a better light. But that wasn't it never happened like that, but I know why, you know? And then I started now, I wanted to build the site. So I would call Abuna Yisak, I call Abba, let him know what was going on in Florida. And I told him I told him I price out the site, Abba, for build the site with my vision for the people and for, interact. And a $17,000 and a 2000, early 2000, a $17,000 company will want to charge me because it was so dynamic what I was seeing in my vision.
Yes.
I wanted to study. So I was a mom at the time and we had moved to Florida. My husband at the time, he had moved me down to Florida. I was staying at my sister's then. But I saw like an ad that say take a course in web design for eight strong at the local high school. But because I was a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling, I didn't have the money to finish college. I had some college, but I wouldn't have the funds to finish. So I said, let me take this little course. But the night I was supposed to start, the ones that were supposed to watch I had 3 youth then at the time, called me and said them now watch the youth them because they want enough money from me and I sit down and hold it for money and I said blouse and skirt. So who gonna watch me youth them and it came now for some go back now for go get my money. Me not lie, that's a true story, me tell everybody. At the high school and tears start sting my eyes. Me said blouse and skirt, everything me try start. I be a roadblock in my way. Everything me try star. I get ready for cry. The tears are sting my eye. I hear the most I said, don't you dare cry. I teach the lawyers, the doctors, and the professors. I will teach you. Forgive them. They don't know what they do. I'm going to go, hey. You see when I'm going to sleep tonight? I have a vision. Among every vision. My vision said, the great I am coming in my room like a mist and put me in a pure white linen and wrap up my head. In a pure white linen, I'm having a white dashiki with an elastic waist skirt, barefoot, no makeup, no ears ring, nothing. And put me in front of one computer. And out of the mist come one finger and go so. And it show me things. And I feel like me inside of one timepiece, like an intricate timepiece, like a watch and a clock. I'm wake up. My husband went just buy me one new computer. I don't know how to use it. When I open it now, I see one little CD in there. You know, little cheap CD then here called Live Pics. Mr. Brother Kwasi, I put in the thing and it's like everything just start. I designed for 3D. I don't like my children watching TV like that. But for them 3D there, I just put popcorn in front of them in one blanket and make them watch what play a cartoon. I design like things I never see before. So then now I said, yo, I could design. So I call Abba and make him know what happened. Him start laugh. Come say him don't know what happened with this gift I given. So then I say, all right. My children them start see things now. Angel in the house. My son I say instant Melchizedek. My son have 5 and 6 year old saying see a man in a white robe. And I look bright to shine with a long beard and long locks. And I turn up next to my bed every night I watch me sleep. All them sitting there happen, but youth them a see them I tell I. But me can't see, but me I feel a presence, a guide I. So then now, it's not until now me they want to do a tour of Ethiopia. It was a family at the time, I think around 2002, 3 to 4. So me did want to do a tour of Ethiopia. So me start a tour called a world tour, right? And 120 people sign up feet. But they got partial funding. I was bringing nurse, doctor, and then we were going to do a trade delegation to spur trade to bring things forward. And when I send out the proposal packages to ones to invest, I guess, I don't know, look too professional. I got a cease and desist letter from Bill Bellamy, Will Smith, and Herbie Hancock. Cease and desist, girl. Don't ask us to help you. We're going to sue you. Oprah people call me. We got your proposal. Who do you work for? I said, I work for the Almighty. Say,
so why would they send you the cease and desist? Were you using their names or images?
No, I faxed them to sponsor. Like I sponsor everybody. I faxed Luciano, Mikey General, all them say yes, they would have everybody. But the Hollywood people, me say, so the website at the time wasn't Rastafari TV. It was saveourculture.com. Anybody who knew about that website back in the day. But when I built it, in my vision, when I did see the vision with Abuna Yisak, it didn't go up and down like a website. It went from left to right, like you were scrolling left to right. So I saw me build it.
Okay.
And when we launched it, GoDaddy said they never seen nothing like it. It was crashing servers. It wasn't even built correctly, but that sucker was coming up, honey. It was coming up. It wasn't like they taught me in school, but it was, and I didn't have any knowledge. I just had a vision. Anyway,
Yes.
it wasn't until we go with the site and save our culture and the cease and desist letter come in, and I started a mantra: save our culture from mass genocide, cease from funding our own demise, know who you
Okay, Wi-Fi. The fire was too hot, family. So the Wi-Fi just stuck it right there. Drop your comments if you have any questions. We have the Barefoot Heiress live and direct here. We're battling through a little bit of technical difficulty, but you can see the reasoning is already hot, red hot. Big up Queen Mother Moses. I see the eye in the place. Big up yourself. So proud of my sister, Queen Fanai. Big up yourself. Livity 9, big up yourself. Greetings and giving thanks. Big up yourself. We have Sister Sonia Rastafari, blessings. Big up yourself. Rasakila Selassie, more power to all. Big up yourself, King. And remember, do subscribe to the platform. This is the Lion Voice Network. We are one of the fastest growing Rastafari platforms on YouTube, the second largest search engine. We're bringing you all of the workers from the front line. We're bringing you thought-provoking content from the Rastafari Pan-African perspective. So support. Big up yourself, King. I've been noticing there in the comments, and we give thanks for the strength. Bless up, Sister Fanai. How you pronounce that? Game Amni. I don't know how to pronounce it. Me butcher the I name, but me give thanks for the I support. You know, they are always have a strength. Listen and listen up straight. Ethiopia will be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord. Okay, controversial. Yes, we give thanks. Rastafari.
Why? You can't make this up. You can't make this up, yo. I'm not surprised.
But this is.
As soon as I said one by one, cut off the enemy supply, it cut, and transfer the wealth of the wicked to I and I side. That was the mantra.
Yes.
You know.
So let's continue. We have 27 people here with us live. We're reasoning with the Barefoot Heiress. This is the Lion Voice. Make sure you subscribe to the platform. We're talking about Rastafari and technology. We're just leading up to the topic. What we do here is that we want to know everyone's story. The Lioness has a story, and we want to know because there are others who are watching who will be inspired to know that, as the sister said, Rastafari is, everyone has a unique journey. So we want to know your journey. So talk to us about this vision. You're building a website. The website crashed the thing. You don't know the background, but you're doing it. You're doing. When did you start to acquire the practical knowledge? Because I know that I, as someone, when I start talk about the technical side, you just start, go in details. So I know that since that time you acquired the background. So how did that process happen?
But of course, you're kind of cutting up.
Are you hearing? Are you hearing me? Can you hear me? Isis? You hearing? Greeting. Can you hear? We're working through the technical difficulties.
It's not very clear on my end. Can you hear I clearly on that end?
Yes, I'm hearing the perfect.
Now I can.
Yes, I'm hearing the
It's in and out. It's in and out, but it is what it is, until we remove ourselves from that domain.
Yes, we have to use the technology provided to us until we build our own. So I'm saying, when did you acquire? All right, family, you see what's happening. We're going to continue to have the discussion again. Drop your comments so that we can reason on your comments. I love Sister Fanai energy. Big up yourself, Sister Denise. Rastafari, blessings to the eye. Holy Order of the Crucifer. Hi. We take a high too. I mean, Star. Big up yourself. Yes, Aya. Game and me, Sister Miriam Emmanuel from LOJ's in California. Okay, it's a sister in bless up. Game and me. All right. Give thanks. We're gonna work on it, but I appreciate love the energy, the emojis. We take all of them thing there. We love them thing there. So big up yourself, Cream and me. All right, Sister Fanai, can you hear better now?
I certainly can, but I'm not surprised of the connection.
No problem. It's a joy. So talk to us about how did I acquire the practical knowledge. You are building the websites off of Iris. It was just flowing through the
Off
eyes.
of
So
Iris at first, yeah,
yes.
and then one day, my husband, I had 5 youth at the time, was traveling, and he got held in Miami, and they never let him go. And
Wow.
and they held him for 6 months he didn't do anything wrong, just coming back looking at some land because we're gonna do some farming. And they held him and they deported him. So I woke up one morning with 5 children, homeschooling and all that. So is when I said, I used to, even when my husband, like the year before he had got deported, I used to have these vision with the youth them, and I used to train them on building Rastafari TV, because now I said, well, all that's going on, we need it more than ever. Our own media, we're being censored. It's so long. So the only thing I did have the intellectual property rights for Rastafari TV network, but I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. It was too big. Such a name is too big for I. So I just was the gatekeeper over it, right? And it's not until when Abuna Yisak passed away now, and I start seeing different direction in where Rastafari is going and fighting, and it was getting worse. So it took me and my youth them work on Rastafari TV for 17 years. It was a part of their homeschool project. And then it was not until Pinnacle was under siege with Leonard Howell's Pinnacle on Sligoville.
Yes.
I work closely with the Howell family and Site Media, build their website and so forth.
Okay.
So it wasn't until when they were doing the Occupy Pinnacle movement, I was a part of the media team.
Okay.
So my company, a lot of ones don't know, I own Site Media, which is a branding agency and multimedia agency. That's why I was able to build Rastafari TV.
Yes.
I did get knowledge and went to school after to study Adobe and all web design and that. After they deported my husband, I said, well, I got to do something. I went to school officially. But you want to hear something?
Yes.
The way that the Most High taught me, I was advanced for my class. So 3 of the professors end up freelancing and coming to work for Site Media. So even they used to code, they used to do certain websites a certain way, and like Joomla, the content management system, I used to have to teach them. But the way I was teaching them was, it was almost like the Most High gave me a recipe to make soup. I didn't have a pot to put it in, so I put it in a cheese pan, and the thing slap wet. So they're like, how do you do that? How did you use the PayPal? But that's not how they taught in the book. Or they would take me like 4 hours in a lesson plan to design some graphic at school. And I'm like, oh, wait, we could have just done this, bloop, 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 and it's done. Yeah, but that's not how you're supposed to do it. I said, same effect. That's how the Most High teach I. So it would baffle their minds. So 3 of the professors start freelance for Site Media. So when I was supposed to take my credit to school now, the school wasn't accredited. I couldn't go to college. I couldn't get couldn't apply it to my college like they said to get my bachelor's. So I said, dang, everything I try. So then I said, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing. I felt like that was the Most High way for say, you got it, girl. Yeah, and that's why I start Site Media full time. Okay. So it went, when I know the industry standard from school now and how, media and graphics is supposed to look, and that really looks look, I started freelancing local businesses here in Florida. Now it grow. I used to get laughed at. Move, you look a $50 business card, monkey money, girl. You can't do nothing. When I moved to Florida, where can I print business cards? I'm not telling you, you're a lioness. Nah, you go hunt and eat my food. Enough of the man them never want to help I. So it's years it took me to realize.
All right, family. the story gets sweet and the technology, the fire is hot for the Wi-Fi sometime, family. That's how it goes, you know. The Wi-Fi get hot and it breaks down. So we're gonna continue with the comments. We have Indigenous Lifestyle, House of Seba. Big up yourself, Jabali. I have to say I'm very impressed. And Jabali, I have to get ready to come on this platform as well. We love the works House of Seba is doing in Trelawney. We're definitely going to highlight some of those works. Great works, brother. You see, I have to be a reflection of the ICM way. T. Denise, bless up yourself as always. I love Sister Fanai energy. She's about to come forward again. Okay, we did get the high. Big up yourself. We take a high. Why not? Game on me. Big up yourself. Who's that? Ras Daniel. Heal up the eye, the Chasmach Kwasi and our Sister Fanai. Bless up yourself, Ras Daniel out of Montego Bay. All right, so Sister Fanai is forward. Talk to I and I again. So Sight Media. The fire is hot, family. The fire is hot. Holy Order of the Crucifix. Cruciferi. Holy Order of the Cruciferi, sorry. Haile Selassie. Big up yourself, King or Queen. Ginamni. She would fire it up. And the Lion of Judah Society. And the inspired I and I so much. Big up, sister. Rastafari. Bless up yourself. Yes, Ras Daniel in the house. Big up yourself, Ras Daniel. Family. We have Jesse Odo. Much love to both of you from Miami, Florida. Keep the positivity up. We are one in this world. And family, if you have not subscribed to the platform, please do a favor. Press the like button, subscribe. Let's feed the algorithm so we can spread the word. Again, we passed 100,000 views for the lifetime of the channel. We're hitting different milestones almost every day now. As the channel grow, we passed 1,700 subscribers today. We hit that mark. So big up all of the Lion Pride as we grow. Big up Dub Plate Kitchen in Sacramento, Sister Fanai, niece. Okay. So look like you know Sister Fanai. Blessing. She's here. We're going to let her forward. Here we go. Blessing. Yeah, I know Dub Plate Kitchen, Sister Fanai. Yeah, I know Dub Plate Kitchen, Sister Fanai.
Yes, that's my niece. That's my niece tonight.
Okay, someone in the comments, big up the Dub Plate Kitchen. So your family, present. So we big up the ones them. So let's talk about Sight Media. When I met the eye, Sight Media was already a force in South Florida. And this was 2014. I know you were doing government contracts and different things. How did you get to that level with Sight Media? Tell us a story.
I started after, the whole thing when I couldn't take my credits to college. I just said, that's the most high way of saying you've got it. Just do what you're doing. And I started getting like local businesses, politicians would see my work. I've never advertised to this very day, so it would always be by word of mouth. Whenever someone hacked someone's site and messed it up, or a graphic designer or a web developer took someone's money and didn't finish the job, they would go to Sister Fanai. She's an angel. She will help you. So that's where it came, the moniker of my client, Sight Media, the Digital Angels.
Okay.
So I built Broward School Board student website. Then the city of North Miami, Virginia Key Beach. I started getting larger clients. And I said, wow, I'm doing all this good work for corporate. I have to do something for my people. And that's when I livicated RastafariTV. I said, I'm going to build the biggest site I ever did. And I'm going to livicate it to the people. And any person who's a creative can now have a home to publish. It grew
So family, if you have not been to Rastafari TV platform, make sure you go to Rastafari TV. I'm going to ask her when she comes forward to talk about some of the milestones of Rastafari TV. When you hear the analytics, you can see this is not a little small thing. That she's very humble. But when you look at the numbers that Rastafari TV does, you see that it's something monumental that the sister has really put together. If you go to the site, aggregator of, in terms of information aggregation, is like a university because she has topics from all over. She scoured the internet, archiving information on Rastafari, different documentaries, you know. So she has a site aggregator function. She has unique content. All of these things on Rastafari TV. So when she comes forward, we'll talk about it. But this is a serious thing. We're gonna continue the comments. Tech, big up yourself. Who's gonna stand up for the Most High Jah? Who shares His glory with no one? You see, so they are glorifying the Creator. Nothing wrong with that, King. Continue to glorify the Creator. Give thanks, teacher. Bless up yourself, John Rogers. Big up yourself, Selassie. Bless up the item. Bless up yourself, DJ Ras Iman, Atlanta family with the check-in. Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
What's
Yes.
up, guys? Oh, what's up, guys?
Yes, greeting. And we have a brethren, hail up Empress Fanai. The works are definitely divinely ordained. So big up yourself, Brother Donovan.
Oh, that's King Don from today. Bless up,
Yes,
King Don.
King Donovan. Bless up yourself. Give thanks for the coming in.
Yes, sir.
And I tell the family, remember to like, share, subscribe. We are building here on YouTube. We're bringing you the frontline warriors. And I know a lot of reggae artists, and we'll start bringing them soon, but I purposely have not done that because Rastafari is way more than the reggae mansion. We call them the reggae mansion over here. They're only the PR arm of the movement, and enough of them misbehaving too. So we're gonna deal with them in due season, but I want to bring the frontline workers that you all don't always hear from. You might feel their works, you might see their works, but you don't know their story. And we want to connect the dots of the global family, because a lot of time we see the mix up on the internet, but we don't hear what are your skills, what is your experience. Oh, you see the Majesty, you know, have you been to Africa? What is your journey? These are the questions that I want to delve into on the second largest platform on the internet. So while we have Sister Fana, I'm long-winded, talk to us about Rastafari TV. And I was telling ones that this is a massive platform. Tell them some of the milestones that you've hit with Rastafari TV during the tenure.
I've never promoted Rastafari TV ever in my life. It's all powered divinely and by the people. We reach over 150 nations in over 45 languages every day. Sometimes the website, I have to pay a pretty penny to keep it up, gets like 3 million hits, sometimes upward a month. Not to mention all the millions of videos that went out there. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be the face of it. I wanted to build it and bring in a good team to oversee it. But ones just came with a very opportunistic, and they were going to mash it up. And they were using it for their own. So over 100 and something people came and went. Okay. I'm just a gatekeeper until ones really see the power of what we have, independent media. I didn't launch Rastafari TV. I wasn't ready because I kept starting another platform, tear it down. Me and my youth then build another platform, because I used to use it as a homeschool method to teach my youth them during homeschool how to build. And we use Rastafari TV as an example. But I didn't launch it yet until one of my brethren said, you know, sister, the thing of a mind of his own. When it's if you pick it up, pick it up. When it's if you put it down, put it down. I was like, you're right about that. So that's what I did for a few years until Pinnacle, the Occupy Pinnacle movement. And I knew the Howell family very good. And I donate their website. I've been donating everything for about 17 years for the Howell family with Pinnacle. I do their newsletter, all that. But they were launching.
What year was this? What year was Occupy Pinnacle, for those who are not familiar with the Occupy?
2013 into 14, it escalated high.
Yes, yes.
Rastafari TV launched July 23rd on Majesty Earth Strong 2014. So
Okay.
around February, I think it was Media Week. It was Danisha, me, other
Yes.
ones. But I needed to launch the Pinnacle information. But Site Media was corporate. It wasn't the right platform. And I
Yes.
was like, I got to launch Rastafari TV Facebook. And as soon as I launched it, and the first flyer went up was the Occupy Pinnacle Media Week flyer.
Oh, wow.
Within 30 seconds, ping, 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 ping. Now we have 297,000 subscribers on Facebook, 100,000 plus on Instagram. I don't promote it yet because by the time I finish site media work, and then I have a farm now, I live on the farm in the bush, so maybe that's why the internet's trippy tonight.
Yeah.
I'm really in the bush, y'all. I'm in the bush in a
Yeah.
tiny home we just built. So,
Yes.
so you can use technology. I'm just showing you my journey,
Yes.
how we overcome the obstacles and not give up. And then when I built Rastafari TV, it started beautiful site. And then the way it was supposed to function, I built it too big.
Okay.
So I had to streamline because there was no technology at the time to integrate what I saw in my vision.
Yes.
So I had to piece it together. But in piecing the technologies together, it was mansions within mansion. It was too big for the public.
Yeah.
So I had to streamline it to where it is now.
Okay.
So about 4 months ago, I upgraded the platform to make it an online community.
Okay.
So that I'm giving now, I've babysat it, the mothership, for 9 years.
Okay.
I did all the heavy lifting. The hard work is done. The money's been put in. We went to Ethiopia. We did a tour, the Footsteps of the Emperor tour in 2016. So everything has been done as a prototype. When I went to Ethiopia and Shashamani, something stood out really strong. One of the elders showed me a tree that His Imperial Majesty used to sit under. He said, Her Majesty used to sit under that tree and cry. I said, why? He said, look how I gave Shashamani. And they're over there being sprayed by firemen and bitten up with dogs. Why are my people not coming home? Don't they know the gift I gave them? Why are my people not coming home? And he used to cry. I get it. So I built Rastafari TV. I'm like, why are my people not coming home? Why are they being censored on Instagram and we're bigger than them? So for 9 years, it's like I was crying. Yes. No one understood. They just thought a sister fanai thing, a fear sin thing. I built it for the community and it functions as a community, interactive as a community. So it can't even get to the level it's supposed to be because the community has not boarded the mothership. But in doing so, I realized I did another upgrade, the third upgrade 4 months ago. Okay. Now the site can accommodate community members so that we can collaborate and digitize and archive our own heritage, knowledge-based tools. And then we would love a team of fact checkers and historians so that we can verify the data that's being published on Rastafari TV network so that we can use it as an educational component for even universities. So that if we're posting a speech on His Imperial Majesty, it should be a video on the speech on that same page, a video, an audio file, and typed out transcript and a PDF downloadable. Why? Because when I build websites, especially for cities, I have to build it for the blind. They use devices. I have to build it for those who are deaf. So I don't just load a picture. I have to have long tail keywords. Lady in white dress, hair blowing in the wind by Fort Lauderdale Beach. That's how I name the pictures.
Wow.
So that when the devices are hovered over for those who are hearing impaired or maybe blind or need these type of tools to communicate. A lot of ones don't think about that. What about the elders, the Rastafari elders who may be blind and shut in? So I'm on a quest to digitize and to make it more comprehensive. And I get to the level like it's like a bug, the most best infection I've ever had. If no one ever helped me with Rastafari TV, I'm going to do it because one day someone will find out and see it and get it and be able to bring their business there, your archive, your knowledge. Still have your archive where it's at, WordPress, Shopify, whatever. But when it comes to Rastafari TV network, it was livicated to the item, to the people, to anyone who has conscious African divinity, culture, heritage, so that we can now tell our story from our perspective. So with the new platform, you're able to take out a membership. Why I have to charge for membership for this new one? Because I'm already paying a lot of money and there's no one on the server. When you come now and load your picture and video, whoa, I'm not going to be able to afford it.
Talk to us
So
about that. Talk to us about that for those who are non-tech, because we just open up a laptop and we jump on YouTube and we don't know the back end, what it takes to maintain all of this data, the cloud. Talk to us about what is a server. Let's start there.
the servers are where the internet and all websites communicate, and it's the foundation. The hosting is where it's built on. So in like myself, imagine me, I'm a systems architect. Like an architect builds you the perfect home. It also has to wire with plumbing and electrical. So when you register a website, your .com or .net, .org, that's your street address. You may have RastafariCreatives.com or .org, right? But
Yes.
it will be an IP address. It translates to computer language as 192.76.492.2. So that's your address. Is 123 Main Street is the same as your .com or IP address. Now I come in, I got to install the plumbing and the electrical. That's your hosting. That's the infrastructure in your server that your website is built upon.
Okay.
Now, when you have the foundation and the plumbing put in, I can now start to build the building around it. That's the website, and make it look pretty. That's your interior design. You know what I'm saying? But there's a bigger picture behind the website. Some are content management system like WordPress. Content management systems are just what it says. You manage your own content on the fly. You have a front end that the users see, the website, but you also have behind the scenes of your dashboard that you can log in from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet and make changes to your website on the fly. It's very powerful.
Yes.
So Rastafari TV is a content management system.
Okay. And you built
It's
it
not
from
just a
scratch?
website.
You built it from
Yes.
scratch, or you use templates?
At first I had built it from scratch, and then I used templates because now
Okay.
we don't need, with AI and the advent of technology, we don't need to do such heavy lifting anymore.
Yes.
However,
And talk about that too, because you can't just say you know technology and then stop. It's always changing. It's evolving, because AI wasn't there when we met. It wasn't so prevalent. So talk about, what's that learning curve like? How do you keep sharp with all the
I
upgrades?
study all the time. I do tutorials all the time. I listen for the next best thing because I'm in tech and multimedia, and if I don't learn it, then I'm not going to be in business. Site Media is the one paying for Rastafari TV, the farm, the health fairs at Haile-Selassie High School. Site Media pay for everything. Site Media, I've been self-financing. I haven't gotten a grant. No one has donated any money to Rastafari TV to say this is for this. Maybe some meager donations here and there for the health fair and other ones who's been helping. But for the most part, ain't nobody say, yo, sister, see, $1,000 you have to help with the hosting. And I don't know how to ask in a way that, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you ask, people think, say, yeah, I beg, somebody else kiss my teeth and do it myself. But it gets to the point where it needs funding now because it's too big. It's getting so many hits that every minute they're putting on more. When I say hits, it's like the server is filled with files that communicate to each other, that you can see the post and so forth. However, it has database systems all over the planet that communicate. So one database may be in Arizona, the next one may be in Mexico, one may be in Ghana, one may be in Ukraine. So when someone comes on in Europe, whatever data system that they're pulling up Rastafari TV has to speak to the server to make it show up there. They're called CDN, Content Delivery Network.
Wow.
So not only is the website, you have the CDN that deliver the network. So, and the internet is like about 9 levels deep. We're only on the top floor of the internet. They have the dark web. The internet go 9 levels deep.
Wow.
So I use technology, but I know when to jump off. I'm not on social media like that.
Yes.
I haven't been on Facebook in like 3 years. I haven't had a TV in my house in 13 years. I don't listen to the radio.
Wow.
But guess what?
Yes.
I got thousands of tunes in my hard drive. Now, who will heap a movie when I watch? I build a Garden of Eden around myself, because if you go too far down the wormhole, before you know it, you go on internet for one thing and end up at do one other thing.
That is true, and you've gone viral several times because I know that because you come up in on my timeline, me I scroll through some random and me say, hey, my sister that talk about the first time you went viral. What was that like? Because I know that you're a person that it's a worker. You're not a run up on a stage person, but yet still, you know, you have a powerful message, and from time to time you will go viral. What was
I
that
don't
like?
know when I go viral. I don't know. I don't know which of the videos go viral because I don't check the DM. It's too much. It's too much. Too noisy. So I don't check the DM. I don't check the comments. I don't go back for say, let me go see what they said under my controversial post. I can't do it.
You drop the
So
bomb them and you move and
I
you
may
keep it
move.
moving.
But more work, there's work to do. I have works to do. So I don't know when I go viral. I don't know which videos have gone viral. I know some of them. I know one, I think, when it says, why is the dust from the Sahara coming so close with Africa? When my aunt revealed with Air Jamaica pilots that Africa
Yeah,
was closer than we know, he said
yeah,
it's only 4.5 hours or 3.5 hours from Barbados straight flight into West Africa. I know
yeah,
that one got some traction. And the one with the one that triggered me and kind of made me just step away from the internet was the whole dirtiness and the pedophilia that
yes,
was
yes.
happening in the camp. That that changed my whole projection on life
Wow.
forever. I know too much.
Touchy topic. We're not gonna touch that tonight.
We're
That's a
not gonna
whole
touch that
bomb.
one because
No,
that
yeah,
already missed stomach grip.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna hit my stomach, but I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
No, no,
But that changed
technology.
it changed me for life. But what I did after my husband was deported, then he was coming forward for 13 years. He was coming forward into the United States in 2019, right before COVID hit, and them shoot him and kill him at Trinidad.
Wow.
That's where them dip him to Trinidad, seen? And
Okay.
we weren't able to go to the funeral and all that stuff, and we had to do a memorial here. And it was very hard because a lot of ones didn't come around to give us the support we needed. We had to kind of go through
Yes,
with the children, and they
yes.
leaked the picture of the body on Instagram. Some blogger in Trinidad would take picture of dead body, and my children saw it and can't unsee it. And then with
Wow.
the whole thing with the community, it got too dirty, it got too nasty, it got too stink. So then I had $400 leave in my account. Me not lie. I'm gonna say, yo, man, get a farm, you know. I'm gonna get a farm. I'm getting away from all this technology. I'm gonna do Project Eat. Because you know I've been doing Project Eat is
Yes.
the
Yeah.
farm, ecology, agriculture, trade, regenerative living, building tiny homes, and food forest. And replicating
Yes.
the project worldwide and teaming up with the farmers in our network so we can deal with food security, water security, energy, earth minerals, timber. This is my love before site media. It's eat, it's farming and regenerative living.
Yes. And
So someone had a Jamaican couple in Southwest Miami, in the agriculture district. They have a ranch, a 5-acre ranch, and I presented Eat to them because I tried to do Eat with other ones, and I was doing it helping Ethiopia, and I helped the farmers in Blue Mountain to get coffee on fair trade, and I was doing Eat long before Rastafari TV. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Yes. Yes.
So I realized every time I'd start it with someone on their land, they would get greedy and try to take the project.
Okay.
So I had just dust off my sandals in another location that was just dirty. So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? And when I said, I'm gonna get my own land so I could be the matriarch over it and run it just and sweet, right?
Yes.
And I went to the couple and I told them about the project, and they said, darling, a God send you come. I said, yeah, Father send you come too. So then give me an acre and mash. And we have
Yes.
an agreement to do the pilot project. Because I said, I'm going to show once how to build a model sustainable community. And the first thing I built was this tiny home that I'm in. And I have
Yes.
another shipping container home that we're going to build out next, a 45-foot into a luxury one, all off
Okay.
grid. And this is the pilot project. So now we're filming the My Eco Hive channel. Because even though we have EAT, it's under a trust, an Indigenous Land Preservation Trust, so that
Nice.
we can bring in members privately, especially the farmers. It was public, but with all the fight and all that, we got to safeguard this and make sure we have the right ones because we can't afford. Husband dead, this guy, I can't afford to buck my toe and make a mistake. So it has
Yeah.
to be self-vetting. So what I did was build a bigger website than Rastafari TV called myecohive.com.
Yes.
It's under Eat. So it has our own marketplace, our own booking where you can book accommodation. It has the TV network. So Comcast found out what I was doing and gave me a grant last year, a media grant,
Right.
to
Give
air the
thanks.
Echo Hives commercial for 3 months, giving me about 3,800 commercials on cable.
Oh, wow.
They wanted to produce my 30-second commercial. And I said,
Okay.
no, thank you, Comcast. Because I knew what I was going to say. And I didn't say nothing weird or off, but I wanted to word it in such a way that it was impactful because I'm registered in the state of Florida as the matriarch and the clan mother over a tribe, as an indigenous sharing society. I also
Okay.
have my Native American ID, me and my whole family. So
Okay.
everything I do is based around sovereignty and indigenous law. So when they heard about the dynamics of the site, they were calling me every day for the commercial. And as soon as I get the commercial, oh no, brother Kwasi didn't call forward. I was like, hey, type in the email, what happened to my grant? I'm ready to launch the site. Because they told me launch the site after they do the
Yes.
commercial.
Yes.
So now I'm not waiting on them. I'm ready to do it. So
Yeah.
now we have Rastafari TV. We have a whole agriculture ecosystem, my Echo Hive, that you can now join, but I'm only making members private. So I'll give you a membership key to get in. You join, and you can tell as many ones as you like to join that embody the movement of my Echo Hive and eat, so that it could be self-vetting. Because if I
Nice.
just allow the public in there, it's gonna be like a whole hee-haw Noah's Ark, and ain't never nothing there, never gonna get done.
We said that we're tired of the loosey goosey, lion
Yeah,
and lioness order. The loosey goosey can't work anymore around
exactly.
the community. So we give thanks, family. Drop your comments in the chat. We have the Barefoot Heiress live and direct, the creator of the #1 Rastafari platform on the planet. Last time I looked, you got 90,000 plus per IG. She
It
said
got
some
over the 100 now.
gone over 100,000 on IG. She says sometimes 3 million people just forward on the side in a month. You know what 3 million is, family? It is wholly. So we are honored to have here with us someone who has built this. And she says not for her, it's for the community.
Yes,
She
creatives need to
has,
come in now. And the
yes,
young
yes, yes.
people, come in and take your rightful place on your throne. Create films and documentaries and animation series. That's what we're
And
doing now with Type Media. Create an
yes,
endowment to do
and
animation and gaming series.
and we are working out some arrangements. ARC will be featured on Rastafari TV, the Association
Yeah.
of Rastafari Creatives. We're going to offer these benefits for our membership, so you will see some of the Lion Voice Network programming on Rastafari TV in the
Yes.
future. So this is what I say to people. That's why you have to subscribe, family, because this is a nation in the uprising. I tell people that Rastafari best days are ahead of us. Yes, the 70s was nice, roots, reggae, all of these things, but we are going to a new era where we own everything. The artists rose up, but the business kind of killed the vibration of the successive waves. And there was an article in the Observer that just took place about reggae festivals in Europe losing attendance and decreasing. And this is because we're not hearing those powerful Rastafari messages. Anytime the youth them embrace Rastafari, we see the explosion. We saw it most recently with Chronics and them. Before it was Sizzla, Anthony B, Garnet Silk. We have different classes. Anytime the youths them in Jamaica hold on to His Majesty, there's an explosion. The problem we face is that when that explosion happens, we don't own that output, so that they go into the music business, which is corrupted. They get separated, all of these things, and the identity extinguishes, and the realities of trying to maintain a band, on the road, and all of these things get in. Whereas if we had our own systems that we owned, we could nurture these fruits and ensure that get the benefit of the next wave, because it's Majesty going to keep on sending these youths to hail him. You know what I mean? But are we as a community ready? And Rastafari TV, I see as a perfect platform. Talk to us about how Rastafari TV can benefit creatives.
Well, now that I've upgraded the site, creatives can now join. And even if you don't have any funds, let me know. If your work is really good, I'll let you in. It's not about making money, but I need some help paying for the space and the bandwidth. It's very expensive now. So what it is that you get your own channel. You can now load your audio. We're not saying stop what you're doing on that side, but also for added exposure, bring your media there too, because the site is getting a lot of hits. Do you know my number 4 city that tunes in is Helsinki, Finland?
What?
Do you know Singapore and China and Nairobi beat out Jamaica in viewership?
Wow.
US, UK, Nairobi, Mexico City is in my top 10. I went to
Talk
Mexico to
us.
study, like I said, I love Mexico.
Yeah, talk to us about the analytics, because you're giving us the analytics. We're in the modern time now. We can see who is tuning in. So continue to talk to us about, some of these things, because I don't think Rastafari knows its own power. I think we don't see ourselves. You're looking at the data, the raw data. So talk to us more about that.
Our demographic, listen to this. 75% male, 25% female. Between the ages of 24 and 35, young ones. I get a lot of calls from the young Rastafari. You know what they say? Why, Stefan, I'm tired to help the community start. The elders have make me build website and me I teach them cryptocurrency and them now listen star and them a whole with on. That's what the youth them call me all the time. Now the mother. And that's over and over again I hear that. The elders are not giving the youth an opportunity to shine.
Okay.
So I have some filmmakers from Ethiopia. They did about 5 documentaries. They're working with Majesty's family, the tourist board, and other ones. They are giving Rastafari TV the opportunity to launch it. These 5 documentaries. So now the platform, you can now become a member, have your own channel. But the third upgrade that we're getting ready to do, we now have the ability to go on digital TV, just like Netflix. Okay. Roku, Fire Stick, Apple Stream, Google Stream, all of them. Okay? Amazon, we have the ability, but I'm challenging our community first. Before I just go do that and start publishing all third parties, no. If we're going to go on digital TV, Rastafari TV is the windows to the world of all things Rastafari and creative. I want to see you shine. Be done. I want to retire. I want to retire and build communities and farm communities, take care of little babies that don't have no mamas, bathe off the elders them and wash their hair who don't get no love. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
But I want to mentor. I want to mentor the youth them and whoever else, even the elders. I will show you how to use the dynamic site. You don't need a coding knowledge. We've done it all for you. You could start your own group. The group could be private or public. You can have your portfolio. So if you're an artist, whether it's fine art with a palette or an artist that sing, you can now promote yourself. I put so much technology in there that you can big up yourself to the max without needing any coding knowledge. What we like to do right now, honestly, we need a server. Site Media need a server because Site Media is paying for everything. And some of the healers and Rastafari influentials are coming to me now because some of their sites are getting hacked.
Okay.
Last year, Rastafari TV was down for 19 days. Why? I'm a GoDaddy partner with Site Media for about 17 or more years. So I built it on the GoDaddy infrastructure. Amazon got hacked. Amazon web servers, big old Amazon get hacked. Right? When Amazon got hacked, millions and millions of sites dropped. Why? That's how I found out GoDaddy was renting space from Amazon. So when Amazon dropped, GoDaddy dropped and everything dropped with it, and other sites were buying from them. But Google is on another algorithm.
Okay.
So Google and all for them website never dropped.
Okay.
So then I said, we can't go on like this. We need our own. Self-reliance is the highest science. So right now, I've been calling around every techie I know and any techie that know about servers, cybersecurity. The reason why I have to pay extra, in the beginning, Rastafari TV would get hacked about 1,400 to 1,500 times a month.
Wow.
And the most of the hackers was coming out of China and Ukraine.
Wow.
And because I used to give away free website, if you know me, Brother Kwasi, and you have a good cause, I will build a website for you for free and them thing there. I built a website for the Ethiopian World Federation one time down here, and they didn't maintain it. I gave them the top of the line. They didn't maintain it, and they got hacked. And when you went on the Ethiopia World Federation website, it was a whole bunch of siren. Woo, 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 you got hacked. You got hacked.
Wow.
So we have to do better. We have to safeguard. We don't use technology as a method to become addicted to it. It is a learning tool. And like I tell you, I work on it a lot. But I do Monday through Friday. I get off early on Friday for Sabbath. I do not go on the computer no more on strong end. I go to the beach. I go to nature. I have to detox. I don't go on and stay on all night scrolling. That's not good for your mind and equilibrium. They're giving you that feed.
Talk about
You know
it.
what
Talk about
Instagram
it.
is? You know what the gram is?
Yes.
It's drugs, the gram. You get it? It's
Gram.
dopamine, addiction. It's the gram of the drugs and the feed. They must feed you. So when your
Feed
mind is
you.
not meant to see 1,000
Hot.
things in a minute.
Hot.
So now that's why the whole mental break. So more
Talk
time
to
when
us.
I'm on it all day, I shut it down quick.
Talk to us about the impact on the youths them, because we see that the youths them are. I said that before I brought you forward. We don't have to beat youths anymore around here. You take away a device, it's like
They
you
go
hit
crazy.
the sledgehammer. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Parents all over now, and then the same thing. If you want your youth to be quiet for a time, you have something to do. You give them the screen. They sitting right there. They shut off. They're locked in. You know
Do
what I
not
mean?
give your young children screen time.
A lot
Give
of
them
people.
limited screen time and it
Yeah.
must be monitored. I'm
Yes,
coming
yes.
from a homeschooler now. I'm a homeschooler.
Okay,
Okay?
talk to us
Take
about
them
it.
to the park, take them to the beach. I know sometimes it's hard. You want to give them the computer to shut up. But you had those children. You're obligated to take care of them. Their mental health, their emotional health, their spiritual health, physical health, nutritional health, all important, all tie into one holistic living.
Okay.
All right? The screen time is messing up their eyes, their retinas. That's why when I'm on the computer, I wear these. If you notice, these are blue blockers.
Okay.
It's
Talk to
even
us
messed up.
about Blue Blocker. What does it do?
You see, it has a blue tint to it. It's supposed to
Yes.
block out the different the rays that are coming out of the screen
Yes.
and the toxic energy. It helps to protect your retina, but it's too late. It's already it already got me because my eyes be blurry. But this is what I use every night. My aunt, my Nana Sheba, she make
Yes.
Outer Earth Farm, Jamaica, one of the darkest castor oil.
Okay.
And
See?
I drop castor oil in my eye before I go sleep every night. See it there?
Okay.
Jamaican black castor oil made the indigenous way over some coal, over coal and big pot pan wood stove. Big up
Okay.
yourself, Nana Sheba from Outer Earth Farm at Jamaica. So
And
I
then
drops in my eye. But you have to
yes.
be careful with the youth them. And then careful how you put them on YouTube. I have a grandson.
Yes.
We monitor him on YouTube. And do you
Yes.
know we saw they took him to a Japanese anime porn site and he was watching knowledge-based technology. A few
Wow.
strong ago. There was a ad that pop up for a cartoon and he click it and he took them into a Japanese anime porn site. YouTube is not here for our children. May I tell you that? We've
Okay.
seen things with algorithm with YouTube that lure children. YouTube is not
Okay.
our friend. Instagram is not
Okay.
our friend. Facebook is not our friend.
Yes.
We are being destroyed by these technologies. We're being destroyed, our communities. People are texting each other in the same household. We weren't made to be that way. We're hardwired for communal love and life. We're
Yes.
hardwired that we're our brothers and sisters keeper. The Rastafari creed must be fulfilled. Communal life, indigenous life. Sometimes always when I grew up, when I was growing up, it was so much Rasta man and woman are sleeping in the same bed and there was no hanky panky. We used to go river and be naked. Now you can't do that. People look at you like, ooh, you know, they took away the innocence of our
Yes.
upbringing, the innocence of our liberty. And
Yes. Yes.
I will not let them win. And it's no fight. I'm not in nobody's war. Because I work for the Almighty. I work for Xavier.
Okay.
I work for Iva and Majesty. So you can't win. So there's no war. All we have to do is get organized. And because I saw the lack of organization, that's why I built Rastafari TV, so that now we can tell our story from our perspective without fear of censorship. So come on over. Come home. You have a home.
Make sure you visit Rastafari TV right now. I'm sure you can leave your email. Do you have a subscription list that people can tap in with Rastafari TV on the site?
Yes, I'm gonna put it back up because I had to move it again. Because
Okay.
I have also some of my team with Site Media Site Media takes care of all the media.
Yes.
Rastafari TV just does the archiving and the heritage
Yes.
depository. But we
Okay.
have several different episodes that we like to launch too and do some fun things with the community, not always
Yes.
working, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I have two sons in Nairobi,
Okay.
25 and 26-year-old. That help
Nice.
me full time with Site Media, and they watch over Rastafari TV too. Sometimes I have to train them. Sometimes I have 1 and 2 youth a yard.
Nice.
Sometimes here in the States, I like to hire the youth them, and I help them with their college fee, their school fee. Where when I pay them, they're able to help themselves. But I want to pay them more,
Yeah,
and they
man.
like to do more. Especially you, they can work on your behalf, managing your social media, doing your reels. Let's put the youth them to work. But in order to do that, we have to practice group economics.
Group economics.
Yeah,
I had Ras Sankara Tafari Frontline. He was talking about, putting together and collectively buying Google ads and marketing budgets, and instead of trying to do it individually, really attacking the marketing side from a collective perspective. And we,
yes,
like with the Susu, we can push out people's marketing, and defray those costs across a larger group. So we have
yes.
to think creatively. Give
Mhm.
us some solutions, because the title of this was "Can Authentic Rastafari Go Digital?" Give us some solutions, some suggestions. And I started off saying this is a proof of concept, because you're on a farm in the bush, on
Yes.
Wi-Fi, building out a virtual ecosystem. So I want the eye, with the eye, life in mind. What is the balance for Rastafari? Or give us a picture of what balance can look like, because we don't want to just lament the issue or the challenge. We want to present solution for the Lion Pride. We're going to have parents watching this in despair. What are some solutions as a techie that you can provide, in terms of how we move forward, balancing this digital, because we can't ignore it. I think you would agree that ignoring it is not the answer. So how do we
No, you
balance?
can't ignore it.
How do we
You can't.
balance?
How we balance is this: those who desire to deal with tech, invest in them, right? So that they can start to data mine. There's a lot of information out there about even Majesty, the Solomonic dynasty, Africa, even our Black history. Look, they have somebody that's saying that's Paul Bogle on the money in Jamaica. That's not him. So we're hearing stories coming out of Ethiopia now. Even the picture that is being published about Wazero
Yeshua.
Wazero Yeshimabet is not
Yes.
her. It's not Majesty's mother. So we have to now data mine. So I would have a room of you just PDFs, books, ebooks, just downloading, data mine. One team, right? The next team, we're dealing with knowledge-based tools. We're getting ready to go into Amharic lessons soon by organization is going to be helping us to start Amharic lessons, where we every month you're going to get virtual Amharic lessons, which is beautiful. So now we have the knowledge-based tools. We need to invest in that learning management system so that anyone who's the teacher within Rastafari, educator, we can tap in, just like Coursera or Kajabi, how you can go on these sites and download courses and take a course. We should be able to do that. And we have the ability to do it with Rastafari TV. So you have the data mine, preserving our heritage. Because guess why? The internet may not be here tomorrow. There's a whole bunch of videos out there of Majesty. There are PDFs, there's ebooks, not only about Majesty, but Black culture, Pan-African culture, lots of knowledge. And what if tomorrow we can't get on to say, oh my gosh, I could have downloaded 1,000 PDF or ebooks and I didn't do it. We might
Yeah.
not be able to do it, but the students can. We pay them a stipend, they're data mining. Why? So that we can have our own arc. We need to operate on a low grade technology, meaning that if the internet fall tomorrow, we could pick up our phone and it has a low grade app that we could still access each other. It runs on a network. So all of our computers are plugged into a network as members. It's almost like how AM radio used to function, and low budget radio. It uses a more portable transformer from city to city, and it'll pick it up. That's what we need to do, because there's gonna be a downgrade. They're gonna down the electrical grid, and they're gonna down the internet, and you better be prepared. You
Yeah.
better be prepared. So in the meantime, we have grace. Okay, we have a time of grace. I'm not a talker. There's some Rastafari organizations that I've joined and I'm still a part of, and I'm still a part of ARC. But there's some that I know Sometimes I'll 6 hours, 8 hours them attack. Oh my gosh. You know what you can do in 8 hours? So I always
Everybody
tell
have to
them,
give a speech, Sister Fanai.
eh?
Everybody have to give a speech. We all have to give a speech and we have to give a history. Remember, say me I smoke me spliff, you know. So me have to get nice and story get sweet. So me have to put like a sauce on it. And we know what you're talking about. But
That's good for
yeah,
social gatherings. But what I
exactly.
desire is a professional gathering of movers and shakers that's going to get the work done. That's good for social stuff.
Yes,
But
yes.
we are
To
under siege.
differentiate.
Yes, look, we have to deal with food security. We should be dealing with accommodations of our elders. They're in
Yes,
deplorable condition. You know that.
yes,
Why is Haile Selassie High School looking like that?
yes.
Sometimes the toilet can't flush. The nurse don't have a band-aid, no sanitary napkin.
Wow.
Oh, I see too
And it's a
much. I know
school,
too
it's
much. So I don't have
Majesty.
no time for
Yeah,
foolishness. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? When
And
you're on
it's
the
a
front
school, it's
line.
Majesty build. So this is the reality, family. And I met Sister Fanai doing work at Haile Selassie Foundation. I mean, Haile Selassie High
High
School,
school.
2014. She was a panelist at the Jamaica Music Conference, and we did a joint project. And she's been working relentlessly. Big up Miss Bryant. I have to give
Big up
you a
Miss
call,
Friend.
Miss Bryant.
Yes.
Forgive I. And we'll have Miss Bryant on here at some point as well to
She's a
talk.
guidance counselor for the school.
Yes,
Let them know. She's a
yes,
guidance counselor. She's like the den mother. She's there for the
yes,
children.
yes.
And let me
Passionate.
tell you, there are
Yes.
talks to close the school down next year.
Wow. I didn't know
Okay?
that. Okay.
This is what I'm saying. We're losing. You know what I said? I have 2 Ras. I had a vision. See? I had some members that were helping me with the farm. They left and did their own adventure. Fine, but I had to hold on to it. I had a vision that there was some Ras come. And do you know 3 days later the Ras them was sent to I? Some elders. And they
Yes.
come every Monday and Wednesday and help my farm. They're the
Nice.
sweetest, most benevolent Ras. You hear me? And 2 sisters, two elders. And with them helping, I'm realizing time is of the essence.
Yes.
We can no longer have 6 hours. Well, I can't.
Yes. 6 hour
6 hour
meetings.
reasoning
Yeah, yes, yes.
because I know what's about to happen. I see the
COVID,
plan.
yeah, COVID should have been an eye opener. That was a test run
Yeah,
to,
and it's
to
still
show
not.
us. Yes.
So my concern is that we're gonna be caught ill prepared because Majesty said that we have to be greater and bigger because we're ill prepared. So we have to be stronger, wiser, bigger, better. And that's my concern. That we're gonna be ill prepared for a very whether man-made or God-made disaster that's gonna take and hit the grid down in technology. And we rely on it so much. We also must be dealing with food security. You're also dealing with that.
Yes.
Water, harvesting
Yeah.
water. Also, there's a machine that a brother built that creates water out of
From
the
air.
atmosphere,
Yeah,
out of the
I saw
humidity.
that.
You need
I
to
saw
invest in one of those machines. I had a bunch of ex-veterans in Texas. They called I for Project Eat. They built inside a 40-foot shipping container. They built an energy system that power a whole city. They're selling it for $250,000. I would love to buy one. You know what it does? It has a retractable ceiling and a 40-foot container. Out comes these turbines. These turbines are solar panel, but they're also windmill. So it's a windmill with the solar turbine. So it has both wind and solar energy, self-powered. Imagine what that could do for Africa, parts of the Caribbean, Latin America, here on the farm.
No, it's crucial. This channel, we talk about the building of Zion because my position is that Rastafari job on this planet is, shepherding in that building of Zion, that heaven on earth. Because if we don't set that as the goal, then what are we here for? If we cut it short, then what are we here for? You have to reach for what you really want, and we want an end to war. We want peace on earth. We want a liberated and prosperous and united African continent. We want to see our children growing up and expressing themselves in a positive, non-toxic environment. We want, these are the things that we want. So that is what you're talking about. And to get there, we're going to have to work together. We're going to have to identify the workers. Not everyone's going to make it. I spent 20 years on the front line thinking that this was going to be a mass, work, and we all were going to enter. Now, as I get older, I'm remembering the chant, the chosen few, and I tell people I never chant the chosen many. So I don't even know where I got that idea from. And really now is the chosen few. But that few can be
Yes.
tens of thousands still, That few could be,
Yeah.
100,000. That few could be
Yes.
144. We don't know. But we have to connect the dots to the ones who are willing to do the work, who have a clean hands and
Mm-hmm.
pure heart. Because as you say, this is the calm before the storm. There's a 2030 development plan that I'm very concerned about. What
Mm-hmm.
the smart city initiatives, I would know very well. This is across the planet. The
Mm-hmm.
economic forum in Davos, the Great Reset, all of these things that are happening, these global power plays that are being made between the G7, between BRICS. The evil shall slay the wicked. We hear these sounds. So we have to be out, as you said, we have to be self-sufficient. We have to be independent, non-aligned, and we have to be a refuge, for the righteous. And Africa is that ark, the African continent for I and I, because the resources are there. You have someone that say repatriation, then them not in it, and they will stay here. Let us work with them. Let's not fight with those people. I'm done with them. Who's gonna repatriate? Who's not? That don't make no sense to
Mm-hmm.
us. It's a waste of time. You
Mm-hmm.
want to stay in America?
Mm-hmm.
Stay. Let's find a way to trade. Let's find a way to work together. You stay
Yes.
there. I'll be on my land in Ghana, and we find a way to work. That being said, it's almost 2 hours have flown past. We're gonna wrap up, but I want the can authentic Rastafari be digital? Talk to us about the topic. Uh,
I say yes because I'm a living proof. No
yeah,
TV for 13 years. I wash my clothes by hand. I'm a bushwoman. Me go sauce my herbs, my Cersei. This morning I walk barefoot. I pick my Aki, me pick my Callaloo, and I met my Ital. I don't watch TV and I don't listen to radio, but I download a multitude of music in all genres to keep me entertained. And I build a Garden of Eden around myself, and I block out what for block out. And taking what you're taking, and you have to be careful not to take in too much because then it becomes toxic and then you're off balance. So I'm
wow,
a living walking proof. Yes, I walk barefoot. I don't have them fingernails like, ooh, girl, I'm on the phone, my long nails. No, I have work for do. I'm gonna live like a bushwoman. I live like an urban bushwoman, and and I have a shower. Even though I have a shower in here in the tiny home, there's one underneath the tree way in the back. When enough people like for shower, because they leave them on the tree just surround you like that, and you just feel like in a jungle. And
yeah,
that's how we be at most time. Me have a
okay,
toilet, me find a toilet outside. So I am living proof that you can still live with the means. And I work with technology, but in anything we do in life, we must have temperance and balance. Can't
balance,
eat too much, can't smoke too much, can't drink too much, can't sex too much, can't talk too much, can't think too much. Balance.
balance,
We have to practice, and the only way to do that is self-study. Don't study people, study yourself. Me not study people, me study myself. How can I do
yeah,
better? Before me go sleep at night, me take an inventory. See what me do, what I could have done better. And if I did good, me pat myself and say, good girl. Because nobody not gonna do it for you. The great God not come out of the sky. It's within you where God live to
I
use you as a tool for the great work. So yes, I'm a living proof you could be authentic Rastafari, deal with technology, but when you see it get too bad, make sure you use it for advance yourself. Would you prefer taking 3 taxi to the bank or just go on your app real quick and wire and move the money in a second? So everything that's put on this earth, if if you use it for good and for benevolent purposes, that's what it's for. If you want to use it for nefarious reasons and terrible things, well, that's on you. But anything that's designed for advancement, we must utilize it to the fullest extent, but not to the level where it becomes helter skelter, you're off balance. Temperance, balance, self study. Study yourself. When you study yourself, you can master yourself. When you can master yourself now, you become like a master at your craft, an ascended master. Now you're in the God realm. You can ask a mountain move. But if you don't start, look within the eyes, and the only way you can do that is to go in nature, sit quiet sometime. You have to be still And if you're scrolling with technology, you can't be still because the Almighty, my granny always say, a busy man can't hear God, darling.
Mm.
And it says, stand still, I know, right? So we have to be still. And some ones are scared of themselves. They can't even live with themselves. And even moving here in a tiny home, I had to go through a whole myriad of changes, emotional, up and down, to get to the level where I don't feel like I'm on a farm in the bush. What did I do? Oh my gosh. And then I do, so please work on yourself. Use technology, but not to the level where you're going overboard with it. Give yourself some time off of social media too. Just go on, because it's addicting, that gram and that
Yes.
feed. You see, and the eye is the window to the soul. When you see something, you can't unsee it. So when you scroll like this, and then sometime when we sleep, we go up into the spiritual realms.
Yes.
Eh? And you do your work up there. But if you're asleep and you can't get for astral travel, because Abuna Isak used to talk to us about how the monks astral travel.
Okay.
He said they go up on top of the monastery, but you can't cover up with too much cover. They take the gabi, the shama, the gabi, the white wrap, and they just put it on lightly. And they go on top of the rooftop of the monastery. They can't fly. Me grew up, I hear some man can't fly at Ethiopia. Easy. Even spiritual things happening to me on this land because I'm no longer plugged in from the city life. Me say, and I can tell you that off the air, and I have witness to make you know, say, supernatural things is happening on this land. Because now I'm connected with the earth. Sometimes the birds them will just pitch by me. Butterfly I come and pitch all over, white butterfly. The lizard them will walk next to me and walk one for night. I'm serious. They don't follow me no more.
And we know about the stories of His Majesty talking to the animals and surround himself with the animals. So these are powers that are within us, We know about the some of the saints of Ethiopia who, commune with the leopards and the lions and
Yes.
these things. So what you're saying is part of the mystic. And I never forget the elder saying to I, when I embrace Rastafari, never forget the mystic part of this tradition, always hold on to the mystic part of this tradition. It's been a mystic evening. I want to just thank the eye for the eye coming forward. The technical difficulties couldn't derail this family. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, go to
Yes.
RastafariTV, support the sister, buy something on the channel, do something, spend some money. We want to circulate the Rastafari dollar. We want to make sure that Rastafari TV has the economic resources so that we can have our own servers. We don't have to go
Yes.
to resource and these people. We can get our youth, send them to university and say, when you come out, we're going to fund you to build our own server. And we're going to house it in Addis Ababa, we're going to house it in Accra, or we're going to house it in, whatever. We're going to house these things. But this is where we have to go with the movement, because technology is going nowhere. We're just on the cusp of the virtual reality revolution, the augmented reality revolution. I'll be bringing Sister Fanai back to get really into the sci-fi, because I know she can go there. We don't surface. I know Sister Fanai can go into the sci-fi. I'm a sci-fi person. So we're going to touch on, what's happening with the AI, what's going to happen. They just unleashed a robot officer in New York City, was unveiled. They have robot officers in Dubai. That's the next wave that's going to happen. You're going to start seeing robots that look like people, fully programmable, walking the street, enforcing Babylon law. It's going to get wacky, people. And we don't understand where this thing is going, which is why we have to unite and come together and create our own system, because you can't burn Babylon if we don't have a viable alternative, because we'll go down in the flames. All right, the sister said, too many people are unwilling to hear a strong and frightful message. They feel the internet is a valid replacement to protecting their own children. Serious sounds.
Yes, sister, you're so right. But that's why it takes a village, each one teach one, and all the world's children are our children. We also need to deal with land preservation. Don't sell
Yes.
off your ancestor land because we're going to need those safe zones. We don't want to live among them no more. I don't want to live next to a cyborg. I don't want to live
No.
next to a robot. I don't want to hug a robot. I want to hug Granny and Papa. I want to feel the warmth of their skin and their saggy skin. You know what I'm saying? When you hug up your, me don't want them life.
Yeah, man.
So we
And
gotta use wild tech. I tell them, look, there's a me in a technology empress. You depend it too much. I said I'm gonna ride it like a stallion and jump off when I time for jump off.
And one of the things we have to understand when we get into the esoteric, when you look in the ancient time and you see these half man, half animal creatures, the centaur, you know, what they say is that these were the products of experiments, genetic experimentation from the ancient time, which is why the Almighty had to wipe out the earth, because man had started going into all of these things that come down to us in myth we think is a legend. But now we see that we're coming to the time of gene splicing and all of these things, nothing new under the sun. So we can go there. Like I said, we're not going to go there tonight, but this has been such a great reasoning. Luis Vasquez says, give thanks for the wise mind reasoning. May the Almighty I continue to guide, and I take the I love it, Rastafari, love and light. Big up yourself, King. Lion pride, blessed brethren and empress. You know, so we are going to seal up shortly. Any final words, so for the family, Sister Fanai, and how can they reach the eye? How can they tap into the eye movement?
Well, you know, the best way, I don't check the DM and stuff until I get more help.
Yes.
So info@rastafari.tv. The website is rastafari.tv. And I really would love some creative minds to get aboard now and let us show the tapestry and the kaleidoscope of Rastafari. The young ones, you're welcome. I'm not going to silence you. I love to collaborate. This is our new motto: collaboration over competition. Big up yourself, King Don. We'll deal with that with the Reggae Train. The Reggae Train International TV just joined Rastafari TV so that we can join forces to now start to monetize it. And also have an administration team that's going to oversee so that we can now collaborate and delegate.
Yes.
So the elders like us now, we get to a level that we need to sit now and put all the knowledge in the young one's mind, you know? So we need to collaborate more with the creative community and historians so that we can archive our own heritage, right? We need to request from the Smithsonian, from the Schomburg Museum, all of these places for the Truth of Information Act. You can write the government and ask them everything about His Imperial Majesty, and they have to give it to you.
Yes.
These are things from the archive. They already have it stored. We need to we need to request them and then archive them so that there's too much information out there that's missing. So and that's what I would say in closing. Please practice love. Don't just talk it. And stop comparing yourself to society and trying to live on their timeline. I'm 30, I'm 40, I don't have this done. I'm 50, I'm still don't. The game is rigged. It's all illusion. The game is rigged. Okay, you're not going to win the way they want you to win. But it said we were supposed to come out of Egypt, come out of Babylon, which is a mindset first, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of ones whose families are struggling right now and suffering, and mamas and papas not getting along too well, and the children are sad.
Yes.
And because of money woes and problem, you see, housing crisis, food gone up. So we have to come together. Not everyone. Those, you see, I know I could work with Brother Kwasi and his family. I know I could work with Bingy Sean. We already got it. We got the ones who would love and we feel good together and we vibes and stuff. Let's call us first.
Yes.
I'm serious. We can't call everyone with tall hair. Like my auntie Chiba said, it's the perfect covering for a wolf.
Yes. No, it's
and
true.
if you want to infiltrate a movement, you don't come in looking like someone else. Right? So the mamas and papas got to come together again to bring that homeostasis and that natural balance to your home, where the children are getting very sad. And our children are our future. So if the children are sad, they're going to live some sad life. And when we need them in the future, we're going to be in our excrement. They're not going to help us at all. So we have to invest in the youth. We have to now start taking care of the elders who are not being taken care of. We have to have our own military. I don't want to hear nothing about no movement if y'all ain't talking no military. Shoot them up, shout. Listen, you can't have a movement without the military. We are anti-war, but we are pro-defense. That's why Majesty was a defender of the faith. The reason why the faith needed defending because it was under attack.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So we need the warriors. Let them play their role. We need the daughters who are going to be the nurses and the doulas and the midwives. We need the scientists and the Poindexters who are going to build bridges and invent more different eco-friendly cars. They're already there. But we've been trying to organize with too many ones who are not on the same mindset. So I would love to start organizing with the I and the ones like the I self, Brother Kwasi. It better be a small effective group and a large ineffective one.
Yeah.
And then our people need an advocate that we could go up front and speak for them and art on their behalf, and they feel good. Some of these rastas, when we hear them talk on the media, me shame. As some fairy tale them a chat.
Yes,
and the I and Ceylon one see I and I see one eye. Like, you can't speak for me, bro. Like, you can't even put them on the United Nations. I'd be like hanging my head. So we need, okay, let those who want to be the Rasta hippies and I see eye for eye and I get a new message from the eye. Y'all could do that. But we still need professionals, skilled professionals with a track record of success to represent I on a massive level without any hype. Just simple facts and professionalism so that we can now, Majesty said, don't mess up the good name of Ethiopia. I've heard Natty the fireborn Majesty, them a fireborn Empress. It's crazy. So we need us, I. I'm here. I'm here for the item. I love y'all. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
Give thanks for the I. Give thanks for the legacy of work. And I tell ones all the time, right now is the most beautiful time. We're in the time of revelation. We can see clearly who everybody is by their track record of work. You know, if you just come on the scene, you have to go sit down and watch and wait for a little while so we can vet you. So don't feel no way.
Yes.
We know the workers because the workers have a track record. They can come to the table and say, see what I've done. So we don't have to guess. We don't have to guess. And the I is one of those workers. As I said, from I know the I has been on the front line. The I has a platform that the numbers speak for itself. And we are going to work. The people are going to see it. It's going to happen in front of them on the Lion Voice Network, on RastafariTV. We have others who are building platforms. We are going to connect the dots. We are going to rise as a mighty nation. Why do you ask? Are we going to rise? And I would tell you that the time has come for the lions and the lionesses to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Sila.
Rastafari.
Rastafari.
Nana Farika. The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the light. Lion Voice.